First time back against these guys since the playoffs. Any extra emotion going into this one tomorrow?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's a divisional opponent, so I think there's always a little extra juice. And, just how important these kind of points are, especially as you get down the end of the season. So we've been playing well lately, getting some good wins and stuff. So you obviously want to keep that going and make improvements where it's needed. And it's going to be another good challenge and test for us tomorrow night against a good team.
What did you take away from that series last year? Did you learn anything different about that team or even your team?
Yeah, I mean, I think you learn a lot, and it's just going through those experiences and those moments as the team, as individuals, and you can take those and kind of put your best foot forward. So they've obviously been a team that's been at the top of the league, and a team a lot of teams I guess are trying to emulate in a sense. So we're obviously trying to get to that sort of level and earn that kind of respect, but obviously it takes time. So like I said, it'll be another good challenge for us tomorrow, and we're ready to go.
What stood out most to you about the way Mark Giordano's elevated his play and more minutes with all these injuries?
Yeah, I mean, he's great out there. I think he brings a lot of experience to this team and a lot of energy, and he's just a lot of fun to be around. And obviously, he loves to play. He just wants to be out there and compete, and it doesn't matter if he's playing 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 25, and he just wants to be out there, and he gives it his all every game. So that's all you can ask for, and it's been a lot of fun being his teammate, and a lot of fun having him around and obviously playing with him.
Mitch is always pretty good at just his baseline level. When he's really going, is there an element of his game that you notice more than the previous time?
Yeah, I mean, he's all over pucks, offensively, defensively. I think just like the back pressure, picking pucks, guys' pockets, and turning and going the other way. I think that's like a pretty big thing to notice, especially when he's really, really rolling. And right now he's really, really rolling. So it's been a lot of fun to witness and be a part of. And obviously all of us are rooting for him, and we just want him to continue to play the way he's playing and not put too much pressure on himself to go out there and produce. Just kind of play how he's been playing and focus on those things, because that's what makes him successful and that's how he produces. So I think he's been such a great leader for our team in this last segment of the season, or last segment of the last couple weeks and in the month and he's just been playing awesome.
He has been talking about how Zeus keeps him kind of distressed away from the rink. I believe you're a dog dad too. I'm just wondering what you like the most about that, if you find that helps you in a similar way.
Yeah, I mean, my dog doesn't speak or say anything. He just lays there and chills. So you don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to hear from anybody. It's great. So he's going to love you no matter if you have a good game or bad game. So it's fun.
Thank you, Austin. Tell us what was going through your mind in that last sequence when you fed Mitch and he gets the point he needed.
I mean, I think we're all aware of the streak that he's on right now and where it puts him in history, and it's pretty special. He's one of the best players in Leafs history already, and we get to see it every day, how special a player he is, and so it's just fun to be a part of it. I think everyone was kind of looking for him there, and he missed the first couple, but he finished it up.
He's always really good. When he is at his best, when he is peak Mitch, is there an element of his game that stands out more to you?
I think it's just his energy more than anything. Like, I think that you can really see it when he's going. You can kind of hear him. He's all over the ice. He's calling for pucks. He wants the puck. And when he's playing like that, he's one of the most fun players in the league to watch.
He's spoken about how Zeus has helped some distress away from the rink.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, do you have a dog?
Yeah, I got a dog as well.
Like, what does being a dog dad do for you?
Yeah, it's just nice. It's something to, like you said, I guess, take your mind off the game when you get home. When you come back from road trips, you know that the dog's there for you. It's also nice on off days to kind of get outside, go take the dog for walks, do that type of thing. And dogs are great. They're always fun to be around. So they're nice companions.
What's the dog's name?
Coconut.
Coconut?
Yeah, it's a mini Australian Labradoodle. Yeah.
First game against these guys since the playoffs. I'm just wondering, any extra emotion going into it?
Yeah, these guys have been in the class of the league for a number of years, so anytime we get the chance to play them, it's a good opportunity. Really test ourselves, see where we're at, and especially going down there in that building, it's a tough place to play.
Do you learn anything from that series last year about them or even yourselves going through those 7 games?
Yeah, you always learn stuff individually and as a team, and this is an evolving process for our group, and yeah, it's a good opportunity to go down there and play them.
How long are you sticking with the mustache? I know Movember's
Not long. Okay. I shave it soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sticking with it because you had a big game last game? Or?
No. I'm just sticking with. It's December 1st today. No, second. So yeah, I'm 1 day late. I'll shave it before the next game. Okay. Thanks.
So he's still there as well. It's just cool to have your name beside a legend like that.
I just wanted to make sure they like Tampa.
Just go out there and try and play the way we can. Stick with our format, stick with our program. Try not to make too many mistakes because obviously they want to really build off the rush and try and counter your mistakes. So we gotta make sure we're smart with our pucks and smart with our decisions.
Is there any extra emotion because it's the first time since they knocked you out?
I mean, it's a new season, so I don't think obviously it's always a competitive game against that team with the skill they have, the compete they have. So you always know it's going to be a game that both teams are ready for and excited for, and like I said, we just got to make sure we play our way. Don't feed into their track and turnovers, and let them go the other way on us.
If you get that 19 points, you're really going to have to earn it. They're a good defensive team, especially the way they're playing lately.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why they won back-to-back years and gone to the Stanley Cup Final 3 years in a row. So obviously, mostly that team is still there for all those years, and obviously the coaching staff's pretty much the same as well. So you know how they're going to play. It's not give you a whole lot. It's got to work for your offense.
Mitch, we're only in the first week of December, but it looks like just the way the standings are that you guys are probably going to face either Boston or Tampa. I wonder if that's something that you guys maybe even look forward to, just kind of slaying that dragon at the end of the year, the same way that Washington had to go through Pittsburgh to get to the Stanley Cup Final.
I mean, I don't know. You can ask someone else that, but I'm not looking too far ahead. We're a team that wants to stay in here now and be ready for this opportunity just every single day and try and get better and better. And when that time comes, we'll see we'll see the challenge. We'll see what happens. Can't look too far ahead. Don't look behind either. You just want to be in the here and now and try to just keep getting better every day and keep this team going in the right direction.
Ilya's pretty excited about your streak. He said he thinks he can go 50 games maybe. I won't ask you about that, but what stands out about Ilya's personality?
Yeah, man, he's a lot of fun. He's great. He's a lot of fun to have around this locker room. Like I'm sure a lot of guys have been saying, everyone we brought in has been a great addition to this team with their personality and just how much fun they have. So Sammy's right up there with one of the best. It's pretty hilarious to have around the fellas, and every once in a while just some nice Russian swear words coming out. It's a great time. So it keeps everyone on their toes, and it's a lot of fun to have.
I know you're not superstitious, but were those a special pair of socks for the last game that you picked up?
Yeah, I mean, I got home from that road trip. My fiance had those socks waiting for me. I think they're supposed to be a Christmas present. She just said, get them on early. So obviously, as soon as I got them, I put them on and that's my guy. So it's pretty cool just to get a nice little pair of socks with it.
What did you and Zeus go to in the off day? A little snow in the park? Or?
Yeah, it was great, man. We went for a nice stroll together, a couple strolls. We got some good snuggle time on the couch. It was a good day. Usually when my fiance's out, we get a nice little spot on the couch together. He curls up nicely between my legs. And, usually I'm watching Twitch with him just sitting there sleeping, so it's a nice day with him.
How long are you keeping the mustache?
Like I said, I don't even know what people call it mustache, but I don't know, man. My fiance kind of likes it. She wants me to dye it a little bit, but we'll see. It's probably going to come off here soon. It's just a matter of time.
You're going to ride it until you...
We'll see. We'll see, maybe.
Yeah, he definitely has shown what he can do in this league, and I'm not surprised he's a very deadly player, and I know what kind of player he's capable of.
What do you have to do to have success when you're playing with him? Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez, when people talk about hot guys, I think they're talking about Mitch. But yeah, Robertson's.
Yeah, so I just want to just in terms of his shot. I mean, what stands out about his game that's made him so successful?
I think just his poise and his IQ. I think he thinks the game very well. He slows it down. He's not the fastest player, and he can find ways to slow it down and make the game adapt to him.
You play with Mitch. He has played with Jason. But when you play with Mitch, what do you have to do to have success?
I think just give him the puck. I think that's the thing I've seen just being with him. I think you give him the puck, let him do his thing, and he kind of opens up chances for both of our linemen.
A lot of starting and stopping for you in terms of getting in the lineup. At Kelly, it sounds like he's going to miss some time here. Do you think it'll help you get in a bit of a rhythm, maybe string some games in a row?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of hard to, I mean, it's kind of on me too, but want to get these games get going, get the production back, and it's kind of hard when you're out for a little bit and you come back. It's hard to kind of get back into it, but now it's a challenge of kind of just with every game I get to do everything I can to be consistent and stay in the lineup.
What sort of challenge are you expecting tomorrow? I mean, you've seen the Lightning from afar, what they've done.
Oh, I just think defensively, I think they're a very offensively gifted team. So I think we just got to match that our intensity in the O zone and our D zone. I think we'll be fine.
Are you surprised just how dominant your brother has been? Like, I know he's a good player, but just like he's right up there with Connor type of thing right now.
I mean, I think I was more surprised when I was younger, because in junior he had the same thing. He just finds a way, and then it's no different than here. He finds a way too. So some are surprised. I'm not. I mean, I'm thinking, is there one game he's not going to get anything? And he has like on I don't know what streak he's on, but 17 or 18 or something like that. So that's the surprise. That's the amazing thing I think I see. But as far as his production, I mean, that's what he's getting paid. That's his job. So I'm not surprised in that aspect, and hopefully it can trickle down to me.
Is he a superstitious guy?
No, he's not superstitious. I don't think he's more. He's as chill as a chill can be.
Are you superstitious?
Yeah.
What's your biggest superstition?
For me,
I'm just saying times I get dressed at, what I'm looking at, and stuff like that. I've toned it down a little bit since I got to this level, but I'm trying to take away a little bit away from it to kind of enjoy more of the game. But sometimes you kind of stick to what works.
Nick, do you have a dog?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, his name's Bronco.
Bronco. What type of dog?
He's a black lab. My parents had two dogs. I have two dogs. One boy, Ford, like the car, and the girl, Chevy, and they, did their thing, and then they had all these 7 puppies, so they needed someone to take a little load off, so I took one of them and named him Bronco after the car, the Ford Bronco.
Mitch has been talking about how hanging out with his dog helps de-stress. I'm wondering if that's a similar situation for you.
Well, it is when I see him. He's not here yet, so I need him to get here and kind of like seriously. I think of hockey too much away from me. I need something to distract me and kind of know that there's more than just hockey, so I can just be a pet owner.
When does he get here?
I'm trying to work it, hopefully after Christmas. I'm trying to figure out moving pieces and stuff, so hopefully he gets here.
Cool. Bronco. Very good. Thanks, Nick. Yeah.
Sister, look on tomorrow's game.
well, I think we got a long ways to go to determine whatever that situation might look like down the road. Lots of hockey, but no doubt you're playing a divisional team. Obviously a team with their pedigree and the type of players they have and what they've done over the last number of years is obviously better than any team in the league, really. So we have to be prepared and be at our best and look forward to the challenge tomorrow. And anytime you're playing divisional opponents, there's obviously just extra emphasis on the points available.
What do you make of that, though? Like, once again, you guys, Boston, Tampa, top 3 teams in the division. It seems like Groundhog Day all over again.
Well, all we can do is focus on ourselves. So whatever the circumstances are there, they're going to be what they are. I think we feel we play in a pretty tough division. Obviously, those 2 teams have shown over the years. The consistency, obviously the success, the type of core players they have. So, and then other teams in our division developing and coming along. So, just try to be as prepared for all those matchups as we can be. At the end of the day, most we can do is worry about our growth and how we continue to get better and what we're doing here.
Is there extra motivation in winning the division then? Where you probably get a wild card opponent versus...
There's always I think there's always motivation to win the division. I think usually that means that you're having a pretty good season. I think any matchup in today's league is always going to be a difficult one, whether it's a wild card or it's within the division, but obviously you can also secure your home ice. So, and you want to be building your game and having success and doing good things over the course of the year that hopefully provides you for the foundation and where our game is at in terms of the way we've built it, and when you feel the ups and downs of playoffs or a playoff series, and you've given yourself every opportunity to be in the best position possible with how you've played, and also, like I said, with possibly home ice and whatnot, and however that could set you off matchup wise. But I think every series now is, any team can win any series. I think the league has shown that.
So what did you, I guess, take away from facing the Lightning in this series last year that maybe can help you moving forward?
I mean, I think anytime you go through a series like that, no matter who the opponent is, I think you learn a lot about your team, you learn a lot about yourself. And, I think we did a lot of good things in that series, but obviously not good enough to get it done in the end, but you still grow inside of that. And, you learn some tendencies of your opponent for sure, but every season's a new one. Every game is a new one, especially in the regular season. A lot has changed, even though not a whole lot of time has passed. I mean, it's two different teams, in their own way, and obviously far different time of year.
What do you see that's different when you do the pre-scout on them?
I mean, obviously they've got a couple injuries right now, changed things a little bit. Some of the players have changed, but I think their identity, by and large, is very much the same, and it's worked quite well for them. So I don't think there's a whole lot different there.
Do you have a better idea of what's Callie's time frame is going to be now?
Yeah, he's going to be at least 2 weeks, and we'll kind of take it from there. He won't travel with us here. We'll see where he's at once we return, and that'll give us a better sense maybe of what it looks like beyond that.
Will Brody go with you guys? Just
Yeah,
travel?
Brody is going to travel, and he's progressing well. Not necessarily expecting him to play on this trip, but we do have a practice day and a practice day in Dallas, and obviously morning skates and such. I think we'll see him more involved in regular team activities.
Lots to talk about, how the young guys have stepped up and how Gio and Justin have stepped up. But Dean on the bench, how has he sort of helped navigate this and help give the young guys confidence and get through this stretch without the big guys?
Yeah, I think he's been great. Just the biggest thing is just no signs of panic or stress, just next man up mentality and working with those guys and spending time with them, but really just in your demeanor, and it obviously starts with me and in our approach, in my approach in that it is a next man up mentality, and we got to set that example. And then Dean is sort of being the man working closest with the defense. He's the guy that really has to embody that, and he's got to trust them and put them in spots and get the minutes and manage that. And Gio and Hall minutes have gone up, and special teams responsibilities have changed a little bit for guys, so there's a lot for him to manage there, but I think he's done an exceptional job of it.
What went into the decision to get Wayne back in the lineup?
Obviously, we have the injury, and we like to have Wayne involved. I think he's the guy that's played well for us against Tampa in particular, and helped us on the road, and just having a little more experience against a veteran experienced team like Tampa.
The Marner streak's obviously still a fun story to cover, but safe to say he's going to earn that point tomorrow. They're a pretty good defensive team.
Yeah. I mean, Tampa's not going to give you anything for free, that's for sure. So it's a great challenge for our entire team. We have played well on the road here. This is a whole nother challenge, and it's a divisional opponent and all those kind of things. So big game, big opportunity for our team to keep moving here. We've played very well on the road, but these, again, you come in for a little pit stop at home, and you want to get back to those habits and get back to playing that way. I don't think we played nearly as well the other night on home ice, so we need to get the same mentality we had on the previous road trip and bring that out here against two very quality teams.
Mitch was talking about how he leans on his dog on off days and just away from the rink to help him distress. I'm curious your perspective on how he's handled pressure situations. Do you feel like that's something where he's getting better at moving forward as he gets older in the league?
Yeah, I think he's really learned to deal with that very well, and he's been through it. I think is the big thing. Like anything else, things that happen on the ice, you go through it and you learn how to deal with that. You know what works, what doesn't. I think he's at a point now he's very comfortable with who he is and the work that he does, and trusts that process to give him opportunities to succeed, and then everything else outside of that is just noise and negative energy. So I think we have a job to do to help all of our players with that. And they themselves, when they leave here, they have to take care of themselves and make sure they're in the right headspace. And I think that's part of the maturation process for any player. And Mitch is one, I think, that has certainly handled that very well here in the last couple of seasons, I would say. And I think you're seeing some of those results and how he's dealing with adversity.
With Murray and Samsonov now healthy at the same time, I know the plan at the start of the year was kind of get them both up and running, kind of split it. Is that still the plan, or Matt had been on such a good run? Do you kind of have to ride him a bit?
Well, we want to have both guys involved. I think that's the reality of the NHL, first of all. But in our situation specifically, with both guys have played so well, and even coming into the season, we believed in their abilities and thought that we could get a lot of use out of both. That mindset hasn't changed. However, it's a day-to-day thing, and we'll look at it based on schedule and whatnot. I think Matt has done a terrific job and has played a fair number of starts in a row and has really got on a roll. He obviously didn't play the other night, so it's important for us to get him back in, and he'll go tomorrow. And a bit of a plan going forward there, but we won't communicate that to anyone, including them, until we need to, because I think it's important that we take each day as they come and decide from there.
Thank you, Sean.